Hello, everybody. I don't know if this is going out to Facebook or not, or just YouTube, but I haven't gone live in a while, so I'm getting used to it again. I wanted to touch base and share updates on different offerings that are available to you right now, different things that I am promoting and sharing and trying to get the word out about, and ways that I can offer support. Whether or not that fits your needs is a different question, but I wanted to clarify what some of those things are because I get questions sometimes where people are confused. I see something for Unleash Sheets or I see something about a membership group, but what's this? And I don't really understand where to go. And I understand it can be kind of confusing. I have a lot going on and a lot of things that I'd like to offer. And hopefully, I'll have a team that supports me to be able to do more of this for you as well, because I want to balance offerings that are free, then offerings that are paid, and then there's limited one-to-one offerings as well, at least as of right now. So let me touch base first on something that we did today, and that particular experience is over, but if you watch this before January 1st, you can still get access to the replay. I did a free workshop called Unleash Personal Growth and Connect with God. And this year I included a message called The Goodness of, well, how did I title it? God's Good with You, or something like that. It's about connecting to God's present witness with you today as you're reflecting on the past and as you're looking forward to the future. And we used Unleash Heart and Soul Care Sheets in the free workshop. The replay is available until the end of January 1st, to the end of the day, for anybody who registers for the workshop. I guide you through the whole process, the whole Unleash Sheets process in that workshop, and give you ideas of where to start because the tool is pretty flexible. You can use it in different ways. This workshop has a specific focus, and I did this a year ago. I may do it once a year, something like that, just touching base with how do we use Unleash Sheets and how can you use it for where God is meeting you, where He is already at work in you and through you, for example. In the future, I'd like to do additional workshops that are a little bit more intentional and focused on specific topics, specific areas of healing where maybe you have felt blocked or challenged. So maybe it has to do with difficulty saying no and setting healthy limits, identifying your needs, emotional, I call it emotional scripts, but it's not the best way for me to present the topic that I want to share that I think could be really helpful for people, which is identifying how we are impacted by the messages we have learned over the years about emotions. That is something that I still foresee in the future. For now, if you're interested in checking out the workshop, go ahead and sign up. I put links in the description, and I don't think I have the link for the workshop, so I'll go ahead and add that after I'm done so that you can still register if you are able to before the replay is done. For anyone who has purchased Unleash Heart and Soul Care Sheets, whether it's the digital form or the printed version, you will get access to the replay as a bonus. For those who don't understand what Unleash Sheets are, it is essentially a tool. And do I still have my copy here? I had one right here. Nope, I don't have it on my desk anymore. I think I moved it. It is a tool that helps you process life's challenges, the ups, the downs, questions, confusion, thoughts, different things that you're identifying, things that you become aware of, like a pattern in your life or a pain that's still present. Process that in a very specific way, a structured way with God, and respond to what you're noticing. It's a way of connecting to how you're impacted or what your experience is with whatever it is that you're focused on, whether it's just reflecting back on the week or something specific like a pattern. You notice that you have a specific behavior after something happens, and then you start having all these thoughts, and then it cycles, and you want to work through some of that. Unleash Sheets is just a helpful way of a little more than journaling. It's connecting to naming and noticing what it is that you're experiencing and then bringing that before God and taking time to receive and to hear from Him and continue the process so that when we have things come into our awareness, we take the next step. We can go further with it and experience further healing. That is part of what I talk about in the Growing You membership community, primarily as the growth path. which brings me to the Growing You membership community. So Unleash Sheets, when it's sold online, you get access to hub.joleneunderwood.com. That's where you'll gain access to your Unleash Sheets if you've already purchased them. And you get videos, teaching videos, and you have access to print the sheets as many times as you need it. Personal use only. Please do not distribute. But you have access to download them, print them, and the bonuses that go with it, the different sheets that I've added to it, the feeling words chart, all the things that come with Unleash Sheets and future updates. You will have continued access in the Unleash package. So if you've already purchased it, go ahead and check that out. Growing You is a membership community, and we use an app called Heartbeat. So the app can be downloaded on your phone or your device. You can also access it on a browser. It's a membership community where we meet twice a month we do different things. Sometimes we're connecting to one another, and the group that's been there, it's been a smaller group, so they've had an opportunity to get closer and know that certain things are going on in their lives and support one another. We also practice ways of being with one another so that we could take it from the group to other places in our lives and have access to being able to be more present with other people, or to share things. Let's say if you really struggle with taking things personally, maybe you need to practice a different way of dealing with what's coming up so that you can not react with another person or be reactive in a situation where it's not helpful for you or for the other person. We are learning a variety of topics that have to do with personal growth as God designed it. This is about developing who you are and how you show up in the world. So the ways that we respond, not focusing on trying to fix what's wrong with us, that just leaves more burden and more expectation. It can be exhausting when we're just trying to fix ourselves. That actually can stir up a lot more anxiety. In the group, we're learning principles that are connected to research and how God designed, and applying them and learning ways to apply them. So I include a growing library of videos, growth foundations, growth lessons. We have replays for the group calls if you need that. There's bonus videos in there on emotional regulation, different tips and resources that you can use and practice to deal with difficult emotions when they surface. We talk about things like boundaries and identifying our needs, relational nutrients, which is a topic Dr. John Townsend, it's a word that he coined. I provide that teaching. Then when we do the group calls, sometimes there's a little bit of teaching from me or a lesson or an activity. I like to include activities as much as we can that help you lean into either a new skill, which may be dealing with difficult thoughts or feelings, or skills with communication, or using a part of your brain that is different than what you're used to so that you could start building new patterns in a healthy way. It's a little hard for me to make it succinct what Growing You is like. I'll change the logo here. Let's see. In Heartbeat, the video lessons are there and the community is there. So we use this app because it's private. It is not on Facebook. Several of the people that follow me, I get messages frequently, I'm not on Facebook, I'm not on Facebook. That's okay, because Heartbeat is a different app and it's just for people who are part of the group. And one of the things that I plan on doing in the future is I'm working on building this out right now. In that same space, I'm working on building a sponsorship level community called Growers. You may have seen other content creators online who, like a podcaster or a YouTuber, somebody that you follow, who has a Patreon. Patreon is a website where you can pay $3, $5, $7, $10, $15, $30. It goes all the way up. People have different pricing tiers, and you may get access to asking questions and more access to the person that you're supporting, or you may receive additional content. The idea of Patreon is to be like a patron who's supporting someone who's producing content. I've produced content for over a decade without really making much of anything except to cover my costs, and that's pretty much it. So I plan to hopefully create more income with the courses and the content that I'm providing. But the growers space is a way to have a kind of a two-way benefit. You'll help support me and the work that I do. If you value the content I put out, if you value getting this into the hands of more people and maybe supporting me so that I can pay for a team, pay for at least someone to assist and help get that content all brought together, and to just to assist with all the different things that I'm doing, the different projects that I'm doing. Your support would be so, so appreciative. I would love the support. And in turn, you would have access to a piece of the Heartbeat space, not the Growing You membership space, but I am looking at putting in there a place for you to ask questions or to interact with me in Heartbeat, a place for notifications and maybe some of the social media posts that I put in Heartbeat, so that if you're not on Facebook or you're not checking and you don't see things because of the algorithms on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you could see it right there in Heartbeat, and it's just all right there. It's streamlined. I'm even considering, at least on one of the tiers, maybe a higher level tier, access to all the YouTube videos without any concern of seeing commercials from YouTube. So if you aren't paying for YouTube Premium, you might be getting commercials a lot. Well, when creators are getting paid when they have high enough views, etc., on YouTube, but if you're supporting me, I can provide those YouTube channels in there, and you would have access to them without the commercials and in an easier to find fashion. I think, when I put together topics that have several different videos, like a playlist on YouTube, pulling that together in this Heartbeat space. If that sounds interesting to you, I would love to hear from you and to know. Okay, so we talked about Unleash Sheets. That's a tool. That's something that you can use over and over and over again. Growing You is a membership community. And if you have purchased Unleash Sheets and Growing You membership community, let me know and I will check your access. I will give you access to Unleash Sheets in Heartbeat. When you buy it, you get it at the site that I mentioned, hub.joleneunderwood.com. If you have purchased Unleash Sheets and you become a member of Growing You, I also have Unleash Sheets, the videos and the downloadable content in Heartbeat, which you can access on a browser or directly on your device. It is so easy for you to go to your phone and say, okay, what was that video? Or I want to do the replay of the workshop that we did today. You can go to your phone in the app, watch the Unleash video on your app if you're a Growing You member and you've purchased Unleash Sheets. The doors for Growing You are open as of right now until Friday evening this week. So I think that's January 2nd, 2025, if that's Friday evening at midnight. That's when the doors will close. And one more thing that's going on right now, Inspire Hub. Inspire Hub is a vision that I've had for a long time. You may have seen me talk about it in previous update videos, but it is a place for Christian content creators, for podcasters, for writers, for YouTubers, for authors, for bloggers, speakers, any Etsy creators, people who are doing things online and need to either create content because they're trying to connect to other people, or they have an organization and they're creating content for them. Inspire Hub is also on Heartbeat, and it will include at least, I think, 2 meetings a month, probably. One focused on tech and tools. So if you're like, I don't really understand how to use Canva, or I'd like to learn tips on Canva, I want to be able to bring together a mailing list. I don't know whether I should use this service or that service. I don't even understand what the services are. I want to do course creation. I need help. I need help understanding why my security certificate isn't showing up and people are getting issues when they come to my website. I can't guarantee that I can answer all those questions because I'm not that technical. However, I am good at researching and looking into things, and I've spent over a decade fiddling with a lot of tech over the years. And here's the thing. As we build this group, as we build Inspire Hub, so let me change the logo here. As we build Inspire Hub, there will be other people who know other things, and together, collective wisdom is going to be really powerful. I look forward to facilitating, helping, and supporting where I can, and then having other people share what they know with each other. This is not about bringing in all the experts. It's about bringing all of us together, sharing and learning and growing together. I would love to see a good founding member group start this off and help me shape it. And we'll see if it changes from what I'm saying now. Right now it has those 2 calls. So the first one is on tech and tools, and the second one is for brainstorming. I call it Create and Collab. It's an opportunity to get other ideas, to get feedback, to share a block that you're dealing with when it comes to writing, and we're working together to break through some of that. And then the third offering is not necessarily a meeting, but video series and videos of encouragement that I want to put into Heartbeat for soul care. I'm a trauma trained therapist, abuse trained therapist. I'm a growth coach. I love providing soul care, encouraging messages that get to the heart of you and the work you do. So the whole goal of Inspire Hub is to support you doing the work that you're called to do, and to support you as you do the work you're called to do. That the doors are open for Inspire Hub as well until Friday evening. And either site, Growing You or Inspire Hub, should have a place in there that says if you want to be in both communities, you're going to save considerably to join both of them, and you can participate in both, or just get group call replays, or participate in what feeds your soul, feeds your need more each month. But founding member rate is happening right now for Inspire Hub. Would love to have you join us. And if you know of somebody else who might benefit from this, let them know. Please let them know before the doors close Friday evening. Those are the things that are happening now. So I mentioned growers coming in the future. I mentioned Unleash workshops coming in the future. And then the third idea that I'm toying with is a book club where we take a specific book focused on growth and healing, like Changes That Heal by Dr. Henry Cloud, or I Shouldn't Feel This Way by Dr. Allison Cook, Strong Like Water, or Try Softer, an Andy Colbert book, something like that, where we're diving into it, and I'm providing facilitated opportunities to discuss and dive deeper, so that you're getting a trauma therapist who's actually helping you identify some of the things that are brought up in a book and find ways to apply it for you personally. If that's of interest to you, please let me know. I'd love to get your feedback, because it's helpful to know if it's even worth setting something like that up. The last thing is that if you are not ready for any of these things, but you just need a therapist right now, I need people to kind of decide if they're going to be working on the growth coaching type of thing. But if you are looking for a therapist, or if you know someone who's looking for a therapist and they are an adult who lives in Texas, I know it's limited to Texas, then my website is cultivatedlifecounseling.online. I do have openings as of right now, and there's information on my site. You can reach out for a consultation if that is something that you're of interest to. Cannot be somebody that I am friends with, cannot be, it has to be an adult, and you have to live in Texas. So just a few caveats there, just the caveats, however you want to say it. The licensing does, some prohibits me from doing certain things like seeing people in other states, unfortunately. But if you already have a therapist, if you need one, or you are looking to grow and you are ready to take the next step, and you just want someone who can help facilitate and guide the process, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to have you join us in the communities. And please let me know if you have questions. I'll do my best to respond. You can email me at jolene@joleneunderwood.com. Whew, I think I just spat out a mouthful. I look forward to hearing from you all. Take care.